at the 405. They are 4 and 5 wide all the way through turn 2. Matt Kenseth got a good jump, and Kevin Harvick did not get up to speed quickly.
Well, they were almost 3 wide going into turn 3 and thought the better of it there.
Here comes Keselowski. That red and white car on the inside wants to lead lap 1.
I think he's got it too. The thing about these drivers, Mike, is they know right now is the best time to pass a bunch of cars. But you got them all right here, kind of in a wad in front of you, so get all of them while you can.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth chose the outside, but Brad Keselowski got the good run through 3 and 4. But the guy that really got a good run at the start of the race was Clint Boyer in that blue and white 15 car. He went from 5th to the outside up to 3rd.
Look at this scrum off the corner, 4 wide. Dale Jr. pulls away. Ryan Newman, the yellow car stuck in the middle. Kurt Busch on the outside of the 41.
Well, Mike, and really true, there's a lot of guys that starting this race today that they have no idea what they've got. These teams have made a lot of changes to these cars overnight based on some of the tire issues we saw yesterday.
Clint Boyer making a challenge for that second spot against Matt Kenseth. He does the slide job down in 1 and 2 and takes the second spot away.
Imagine that, Clint Boyer doing a slide job. I think he's pretty good at that.
Steve Burns.
Mike, I talked to Clint Boyer's crew chief, Brian Patty, this morning. He said they have made 0 changes or adjustments to that race car since they unloaded. That's how good this race car is. Many in the garage pointing at that 15 car as the one to beat.
Wow.
I think what we got to watch with that 15, Mike, is how they run all day long. They've been struggling with some of these new changes to get the car right for the whole race. Let's see how he works out for him today.
Kevin Harvick at the number 4 trying to rebound after a sorry start, Matt.
Mike, calling a number of coaches in the garage area, they also pointed to the form Harvick as one of the cars to beat. They were basing their car's balance in practice off of what Harvick was doing, how high he was running on the racetrack. Harvick told me his only concern early on with this track in full sun, just would it change balance-wise. Now he's on the bottom, but usually he'll run high up top here.
What happened to him on the restart? I didn't see the issue. Did we?
I don't know, Darrell. Did he miss a gear? Did he spin the wheels? Did he not just come up to speed? Now he's right at the bottom, right behind the yellow car of Matt Kenseth, who takes off. Now Jeff Gordon can't pass him until now at the start-finish line. Harvick does not get a good start.
No, it could have been a combination of either one of those things. It could have been wheel spin. It could have been he missed the shift, but it probably was wheel spin.
And that's what allowed Clint Boyer in that 15 to jump to the outside.
So Boyer now second, Harvick third, and for the lead. Clint Boyer in the 15 goes after Roger Penske's Ford, driven by Brad Keselowski.
I just wonder how worried Brad Keselowski and his group is about their left side tires, because they're the ones that had all the problems yesterday.
I did talk to caller Roger Penske this morning. He said they made some changes with the rear suspension, not quite as aggressive with some settings back there. And he said we absolutely came up with the air pressure.
Well, that was the recommended fix. I mean, most everybody said that low air was just ripping the sidewalls. As they hit those bumps, you see them go down the back. They hit those bumps, that low air was ripping the sidewall out of the tire.
NASCAR's evaluation of the situation yesterday was that there was no problem with the race tires, but it was more with the setup that particularly 3 teams were using that abused that tire.
When I can start first gear, the pace car speeds way faster. Just do what go.
What he's asking is, I mean, there are guys that use first gear on a restart. It's a real high first gear. It's a little tough getting out of the pit with that, but it could be an advantage if you know if you knew you had it. It sounded like you didn't know he had it. And now you see, you look at the car go down the back and hit those bumps going down the back straightaway into 3, and you can just visualize in your own mind what that tire is going through, particularly if it has low air pressure in it.
Keselowski and Boyer nose to tail. They have a second and a half on Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson. And Boyer, who has not officially led a lap of this race because lead changes are only counted at the start-finish line, is trying again.
Yeah, but when you run that high line like you see the 2-car Keselowski do, you have such momentum off the corner. And it gives you such great, look how far away he gets on the straightaway. That's all because his car was coming off nice and free. Boyer around the bottom was binding up and slowing him down a little bit.
But look at the different lines they're running right there. Brad Keselowski told us the great thing about this track, you can do that in the corners and then back together for the draft on the straightaways.
Coming to the line to complete 8 laps, Brad Keselowski, the leader.